Okay, this kid is bold.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
Call me a simp because I'm starting to buy into every single thing he's selling. I love this so much. Now, I know that this is kind of a crazy statement from him, but I have to say he said that he's going to be like a lot of players, and I got to go through this with you guys. So first and foremost, we got to talk about the Luka Doncic comparison. So he said that he would like to have a Luka Doncic type role. And if you're trying to draw any similarities between him and Luka Doncic, there are a couple. There's a few. First and foremost, if you want to talk about playing style, it's not necessarily there, but I will say at the very least, Dyson Daniels is pretty unorthodox when driving the ball. And on top of that, he does try to get his teammates involved in almost every single play. He's a good playmaker, and he's been really working on his ball handling to kind of complement his playmaking ability. So very high IQ. Luka Doncic, very high IQ, but that's very vague. Okay, we need things that's more specific. Well, one thing that is pretty specific, specific. I almost said Pacific. What? Specific is his height and wingspan. So you can see here with shoes, I believe this is with shoes, 6'7.5". So let's just say 6'7". It's not play around. 6'7". And you can see his wingspan is 6'10.5". We're just gonna say 6'10". And if you compare that to Luka Doncic, basically the same. Like Luka Doncic is right there, 6'7", 6'6", and you can see that his wingspan is 6'11". So it is near identical. Like they are very identical. And he actually talked about this in this article that they stated, in which he said, yeah, I have a very similar body type as Luka Doncic as well. And if we scroll down here, now this is something that I think is unlike Luka Doncic, where I think he gets kind of a little bit of a nudge right here. Okay, this is pretty doggone good. All right, so he said, I can attest to this, I've seen it. He said that his defense is his main strength, and he can switch from anywhere between 1 through 4 on offense and defense. Now, offense, I don't know what I don't know. I guess I didn't necessarily see that, but defensively, yes, I definitely can see him guarding a 1 through 4. And you got to keep in mind, in today's NBA, you don't really have a lot of true 4s nowadays. Like you have these kind of hybrids that can play 4 or 5, or you have guys that are just pure 5s. It's kind of a weird mixture. Even your 4s can sometimes play 3. It's all over the place. So maybe in today's NBA, he is right that he could play the 4 on offense. I don't know about that. I think he would have to gain a few pounds. And if he's trying to compare himself to Luka as well, and I don't think the weight isn't on here, but Luka Doncic is about 220 pounds. Dyson Daniels like 200, so he's gonna have to gain some weight there, but look, you got plenty of time to do that. So let's go ahead and scroll down, and this is just talking about his shuttle run, just kind of emphasizing his quickness. And I guess we can take a look at this. Pretty doggone fast. 2.95 shuttle run, and that would have had him as the fastest at last year's combine. And one thing that I do want to add that I thought was pretty interesting is if we read here, as Bleacher Report draft expert Jonathan Wasserman, hopefully I said that right, pointed out above, it matched 200, oh my God, 2022 NBA Rookie of the Year Scotty Barnes' lane agility. Oh my God, I can't talk. Agility time from last year, which is notable as someone who was drafted top 5. So just trying to point that out, that his athleticism is definitely there. And he's a very weird prospect because if you watch any type of highlights, even breakdowns of him, it doesn't seem like he's that quick. But I've already said in my video when I was talking about him is that his instincts are crazy quick. Okay, that's probably the quickest thing he has, is his instincts, and yeah, his athleticism complements that. But just face value, he doesn't look super athletic, but he's pretty athletic. So this is another quote from him. For me, I started the season really poorly. I just started honing in on a few skills like my ball handling. My coach wanted to put the ball in my hands and learn to make the right decisions because of my playmaking ability. And as we scroll down here, he says, so really just working on my ball handling, and at the end of the season, my shot started coming along. So there was a lot of development there. Moving on, continually talking about his ball handling. I've been working on conditioning, ball handling, just getting my shot off quickly. And he basically just said that the reason why he wants to get his shot off quickly is because in the NBA, those gaps are going to close way faster than it is even in the G League. So he wants to make sure that he's prepared for that. So it seems as if he's a very quick learner, and that's definitely something that teams are going to be looking at. Now let's go ahead and scroll down here, and I feel like this is something that we have to talk about. He says that he feels that he's a very unique player. He says, I have a good floater game, and I compared it to Tony Parker, but I'm also a defender. I like to break it down like on the offensive end, I'm a little bit of a Tyrese Haliburton kind of guy that's in control. On the defensive end, I look at guys like Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso and people like that. And then he scrolls down, or if we scroll down, we see this. I feel like I have the frame, and once the game slows down for me a bit, I hope I could develop into a Luka Doncic type role. Now, I absolutely love the guys that he's looking at, the guys that he's doing research on, the guys that he's studying, because this is very, very, very important. And he also says here, I'm a versatile player and I'll adjust to any situation I'm in, and I feel like I can play on any team in today's NBA, which is completely true. I completely agree with that. And here's the thing, though. I just hope, okay? Because here's the thing. If you want to compare yourself to Luka, you want to compare yourself to other greats. I'm not saying these are greats. Tyrese Haliburton, Lonzo Ball, Alex, those aren't greats. But they are good at what they do. You need to be elite at least one thing. And Luka Doncic, I can tell you what he's elite at. Well, he's elite at a few things. But one thing in particular that he's very elite at is finishing and playmaking. And as you can see here, if you're looking at this chart, and I think we looked at this before, but the farther up you go is how good the finishing talent is, and the farther right you go, the x-axis, is the playmaking talent. And as you can see here, Luka Doncic is the best of the best when it comes to that. You would expect, obviously, your boy Ja Morant to be at the top as far as finishing talent, but he is a very sweet spot. And this is superstar type talent right here. Even Russell Westbrook, which I know all of us kind of make fun of Russell Westbrook, but he's kind of above the pack even when it comes to that right now. I don't know where our team is as far as the Spurs. I think, no, yeah, I don't know. I was trying to look for, because I know DeJounte Murray should be on here, but he's in here somewhere. But that's besides the point. But as we can see here, if you want to be a Luka Doncic type player, you're going to have to be a very good finisher, and you have to be very good at playmaking. Now, as far as finishing, he's decent. 61%, 62% field goal percentage as far as shooting less than 5 feet. And if you look at Luka Doncic, I believe Luka Doncic is like 69%. So you're on your way. I mean, it's only 47 shots in the showcase that I'm showing here, but you're on your way. But you definitely got to work on that. But I love the confidence. I love the guys that he's bringing up, and every single player that he brought up, and this is what I really love, is super high IQ. He's looking at the right type of guys, okay? He's not coming out here and saying, oh, yeah, I want to be like a Kyrie. No. He's looking at the highest of the high IQs as far as NBA offense and defense. And you don't get much better than Tyrese Haliburton, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso when it comes to IQ, and along with Luka Doncic. So I really hope he can become a Luka Doncic type player. That's a very bold statement, but him saying that he can fit with any team is really good. And I like hearing this coming from him, honestly, because the initial interview that I saw with him, he just kept saying how he could be a really good role player. He could just go on a team and do whatever role the team wants him to do. I like that he's actually taking the initiative and saying, no, I can be more than that. I can be a Luka Doncic type. And it's kind of weird he said Luka Doncic type role. Dude, that's just a superstar. I mean, what a point guard that's just a superstar. I don't know what that role would be. But him saying that he could be a Luka Doncic type speaks volumes of his confidence, and it shows that he is starting to realize that he can become more. I don't know if he knew that initially, but I'll tell you, a lot of these scouts, a lot of these NBA teams have been saying that they believe he could be more. So I'm pretty hype on him. I'm excited. I hope that he end up becoming this, but we just have to wait and see. So you guys let me know what you think. Do you think he can be a Luka Doncic type role player? I don't even know what he meant by that. Please let me know. If you want to support the channel, only $2 per month. Patreon and YouTube members. Link in the description for that if you just want to help your boy out. I'll get with you guys later. Until next time, I love Dyson Daniels. All right.